I just got back from Vegas. You guys ever go to Vegas? Yeah. I was just there a week. That'd blow my head off, man. That sucked. Don't go there a whole week. It sucks. No. The worst is I gamble a little bit. I don't gamble a ton, but I don't like to lose. You know, I hate losing it. You know, I'm sitting at the blackjack table. I get a 20, and I'm like, all right, I'm sticking. And then the dealer gets a 21. And I got to be nice about it? Because there's too many cameras around? So you put all your money in one thing, and then I go, I got 20, I'm sticking. She gets the 21, you got to go, by God, look at that. My God, you sure did get me on that one. Boy, oh boy. You're a good little card player, you are. My goodness, that's a lot of money I lost. But this is fun, yeah? It's great.
Who hasn't been there before? Who hasn't been there before in Vegas? Kevin Farley joining us now. That is such a great take on it. First of all, welcome to Calgary. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, everyone. How are you? Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Do you remember the first time you went to Las Vegas and what that was like?
Yeah, I think I just remember, yeah, everyone has a Vegas story that they learn the lesson of Vegas. The lesson of Vegas is don't let Vegas control you. You get excited, and and
free drinks.
I tell another joke about how free drinks.
Yeah,
the plane ride to Vegas is like the best plane ride ever. Everybody's in a great mood, you know, and then you take it on a Friday night. Everybody's like, "Yeah, we're going to Vegas," and then the Sunday night flight from Vegas back to wherever you're going. It's got a whole other attitude on that thing.
It's a bad feeling.
Everybody just give me a ginger ale, quiet.
I'm thinking, though, I don't know how your writing process goes for writing jokes. If you ever hit a joke block, going to Vegas would probably give you a lot of ideas in about 7 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, just the way people behave. People just find themselves, I do a lot of shows in Vegas, and people just find themselves like really normal people, like accountants, you know, daily people that work in an office. You see their dark side come out, like whatever dark side they had. You'd be like, I didn't even know Joni was like that, you know. I haven't seen Joni in 3 days. You know, something like that.
He disappears.
Whatever dark side has been brewing up in people, it comes out in Vegas.
Tell us about your world. You said you play Vegas a lot, Calgary now. I mean, are you mostly traveling now on the comedy circuit? Or are you sticking to doing the voice work? What's your world like?
Well, I live in New York, and I have a booker, Roger Paul, that just keeps me out there. You know, he just is always booking me wherever I can. I tell him, I'd like to be on the road. If I'm not shooting anything or doing anything, I'll just be on the road. Might as well make some money on the road and do stand-up on the road. So that's what I do. I'm usually on a plane every weekend, and my F is for family stuff, that can happen in a booth in New York City. I don't need to be a part of the cast. The cast is great. It's got Laura Dern and Sam Rockwell and Justin Long, some really big hitters in there, but we never see each other because I can do my stuff, from a booth in New York.
Yeah,
you know, so
and away you go. Tell me about, I've seen the I Am Chris Farley documentary 500 times. You figure prominently in it, and just the family growing up. Yeah. This seems to be, and did it start with dad on down? When you see your brothers, see you and what you're doing, I'm thinking this would have been a fun house to hang out at.
Yeah, at times it was. I mean, every family has their issues, but no, a lot of times we dealt with everything with a sense of humor. So we tried to, that's how we got through things. So my dad was really funny. He kind of led the charge on that, you know. He was always very funny on certain issues, and whenever we tried to, trials and tribulations happen in life, he would try to find the humor in it all, you know.
The original dad jokes.
Yeah. But his jokes were pretty good, actually.
Kevin, curious, as a comedian, what's the good and what's the bad?
The good, well, traveling comedian anyway. The good is obviously the work, you know. I mean, that you're coming up with funny things. It seems like you're goofing around, but it's hard to find that. It's hard to find that, to get up on stage certainly and make people laugh, like a room full of people laugh, is something that's very unnatural, and people don't naturally laugh. So it's tough to get them to laugh. It's tough to bring them out of themselves, and that's a very unnatural thing to do. So That's tough, and getting people to laugh is tough. But if it's successful, it can be very rewarding because, you get a lot out of, if you have a good show, there's nothing better. It's a great feeling, So you get a lot of reward for it. But it's tough to get to the point where you get your show in a really good shape and everything. It takes a long time.
So when you come to, I'm sure you got your stuff. I know this. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. But when you come to Calgary, do you need to test stuff, or are you saying this is my show? I roll it out to see what kind of a reaction, or?
Well, it's funny. I'll do my show, and up in Canada, I think they have a certain sense of humor. It's drier. I mean, folks are drier up here. They talk. And I think they have a very good sense of humor, very, very sharp sense of humor up here in Canada. And but it's a different sense of humor, I think, than the United States. I think that people are a little more laid back. They're a little more easier laugh, but they're also very serious. It's jokes. Certain jokes work here, and they don't work down in the United States. So it's just a different vibe. People are just a little different. Just not much, but just a little bit.
Does the Chris spotlight help you with your career, or does it put a shadow on you? Do you know what I mean?
Sort of both, I guess. Sort of both. When you put a shadow or you put a light on something, and it's like, well, you better be good now, So I think people expect something from me when they see me, So it's good with the name recognition, but then that's bad because they're automatically judging you, from that kind of thing. Yeah. So it has kind of a double-edged sword on that.
You have a handful of shows, FunnyFest this weekend. How do you change things up when you're doing that many shows? Do you sort of play off the crowd and the audience, or do you have sort of something that you'll run with and just see where it takes you?
Yeah, I do have sets, but I like to just have fun because FunnyFest is sort of a loose environment. Not sort of, it is a loose environment. And so it's a good place to try out new stuff and have fun with it, and I like to have fun with the audience because the audience, when they come to our shows, they're there to have fun, And I think Stu over there, he makes that happen. Mm-hmm. 19 years he's been doing this, so I think that it's got that vibe of let's party, let's have a good time.
I like it.
So it's not like it's a real polished.
Give you an opportunity to wrap up here, but what's making us laugh now? What do you know Calgarians are going? What's making you laugh and us laugh these days?
Well, certainly, I try not to get involved with the politics of it all, because our president is funny in itself. He's probably funnier than I am. But, so I don't try to get involved with that. But, I just think every day people are the same, I think, in everywhere you go. So the things that make you laugh are the stuff of life, relationships, children, weight gaining, food, sex, money. Those are things that we all have in common. We can all laugh at.
I wanted to run the buffet clip. There's a few little too. I put too many bleeps in there.
Probably
so we'll.
I'm not real children friendly.
Just throw that out there now.
Yeah.
Welcome to town. Have fun in FunnyFest. Good to see you.
Thanks.
Kevin Farley, our guest today. Stu Hughes saying there's still tickets available. FunnyFest for all the information.